I flew 13 missions. Got shot down on the 13th one.
Gosh, unlucky. Unlucky number.
Yeah, they keep telling me that 13's a bad number.
So tell me on those missions what your job was and what you could see out there, or were you somewhere where...
Well, I was a navigator, and I flew up in the nose of the plane, and I could see the whole shebang. Where am I? You gotta find me. There I am.
Oh, you look the same.
Do I?
I mean, I can clearly see it. That's great.
Yeah. Well, this is before I got into Slammer, so.
Yeah.
So, if you asked me if I lost weight, I didn't have much to lose.
No. Okay, so what happened next? Obviously, you got down.
I got down, and there went as I landed out in a plowed up field. There were, as I recall, 4 Germans with great big long rifles standing there waiting for me. Farmers, not soldiers, but just local farmers with great big old rifles. And they did not mistreat me. I don't. It was a little bitty old town, and they had a one-room jail, and they slapped me in that. And then on September 21, that's what I got written down here, they moved us to Wetzlar, Germany, which is another holding place. And then that's where they interrogated us, or tried to.
What was that like? Where did you go to be interrogated?
Well, first of all, they kept us in solitary confinement for 3 or 4 days to kind of supposedly soften us up and make us more amenable to talking. And then they'd take you in, and they had a German there who spoke, well, this thing that you got here talks about him. Spoke perfect English, and would question you. And the amazing part was, I go in there, he knows my name, he knows when and where I was born, where I went to school, where I was when I joined when and where I joined the military. He knew everything there was to know about me. And he laid this on you and then said, you see, we knew all about you, so you might as well talk to us.
Was that scary to have someone?
Well, that was, I don't know if it was scary, but it was surprising that they knew so damn much. And in talking to some of the other prisoners later, they knew the same about them too. They knew about everybody. They, like I said, they knew how many missions I'd flown and where I'd flown to, and everything. They knew what everything there was to know, which was surprising. I'll open this up and. Okay, this is the Baltic Ocean. It's not too. There's the North Sea, and this is the north end of Germany. Mm-hmm. And Barth is right there. It's right. I don't know. It's so small you can't even see it.
So this is where they can't.
That's where the Slammer was, right? And Russia's just right. This is it's Poland there, but. No.
Did you mingle with? You didn't get to mingle with the Russian soldiers too much, did you?
No, they wouldn't let us.
Okay.
Our camp was probably a block square with barracks along the edges all the way around. And in the middle it was just grass. And then the Germans had a building of their own where the guards stayed and the bosses and all that good stuff. And these barracks were divided into rooms, and the room was built to hold 4 people, but then there were about 10 people in this room. Instead of being a cot here, there was a series of bunk beds. And twice a day, everybody had to go out and stand in order out there. There'd be 1,000 people out there standing up, and the Germans would come by and count us. And whether it was snowing and cold or hot and steamy, it didn't make any difference. We were standing out there, and they're out there counting us. And then next to this block square of ours, there was another one. And we had great big tall fences around this thing, you know, and I don't know. I heard that in the 4 years or so that this existed, nobody ever escaped.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people tried, and few people. And they had guard towers and guards walking all the time, and a few people tried to go under the fence or over the fence, and didn't make it. They got shot. But next to this block, they had another block square over here full of Russians.
Mm. So how long did you stay in the camp?
Whew. Till the Russians got us out. Well, the Russian army liberated us. See if I can find this. I got all this good stuff written down here somewhere.
And what were the spirits like in that camp? Did it get
Which camp you talking about? The prison camp?
Yeah.
Well, I'd say relatively good, considering that you were there in the slammer, and
Right.
But you didn't have any choice, you know. Well, it varied with the people. Some people were grumpy, and others were not so grumpy, and
Right.
it's just like everything else. People differ, and their attitudes differ, and